We've now built error handling that lets a coordinator act on failures and tell the difference between a real error and an empty result. Next, we push into large codebase exploration, where context degrades fast and a crash can wipe out progress. This module shows you how to counteract the degradation and design your system to recover cleanly when exploration gets interrupted. By the end of this module, you can counteract context degradation and design for a crash mid-exploration. Here is how this module builds up. Context degradation is the silent loss of specific findings from the model's effective context window during a long session. The answers remain fluent and well-structured, but they shift from naming concrete classes and paths to describing typical patterns. This is not a model failure, Claude is still reasoning competently, it's a window management problem. The critical distinction is between degradation and ignorance. Degradation means the model had the information and lost it, ignorance means it never had it. Getting this wrong leads you to re-ask questions more forcefully or restart entirely. When the real fix is architectural, persist findings outside the conversation and re-inject them. Without this technique, you end up making architectural decisions based on vague, generic answers. You'll design a system around typical service patterns instead of the actual classes and relationships in the legacy codebase. That leads to integration failures, rework, and missed deadlines. The alternative, restarting the session from scratch, burns tokens and time re-exploring ground you've already covered. Worse, if you don't recognize the degradation, you'll compound errors, each subsequent answer builds on the last vague one, and by the end you have a design that looks plausible but is disconnected from reality. The cost is a system that doesn't work, discovered late. Let's work through the 4-phase exploration. In Phase 1, you explore the codebase and write every finding, class names, file paths, relationships, open questions, to a scratchpad file, say findings.md. You do this as you go, not at the end, so nothing is lost. At the end of Phase 1, you summarize, a concise paragraph of what was found and what's still open. Then you spawn the Phase 2 subagent with that summary as its initial context. The subagent explores the next area, writes to the same scratchpad, and at its end, you summarize again, now including Phase 2's findings. You inject that accumulated summary into the Phase 3 subagent. You repeat for Phase 4. The alternative, keeping everything in one long conversation, leads to degradation and vague answers. Delegation isolates the verbose exploration, and the scratchpad is your persistent memory. The other cases in the document follow this same pattern. The principle is always persist, summarize, inject. The durable rule is this: context management is an architectural concern, not an operational afterthought. You prevent degradation by designing your exploration with scratchpad files and subagent delegation from the start. /compact is a recovery tool for when a session is already full, it's not the design. Rejecting delegation because it's simpler to keep everything in one conversation loses because it guarantees degradation in large codebases. Rejecting scratchpads because Claude can just reread the code loses because rereading costs tokens and time, and you might not get the same findings. The practice that holds true outside any exam is, persist findings as you make them, hand off concise summaries between phases, and treat /compact as your emergency brake, not your steering. On the exam, you'll see a scenario where Claude's answers have become generic after a long session. The distractor is to re-ask the question more forcefully or to restart from scratch. Both are wrong. Re-asking doesn't recover lost context, and restarting wastes tokens. The correct answer is to recognize the symptom as context degradation and apply the architectural fix, scratchpad files, delegation, and phase summaries. This is testcraft. They're checking whether you treat this as a window management problem or a prompting problem. Remember, degradation is silent and fluent. If you're not looking for the specificity drop, you'll miss it. A state manifest is a structured record of what each agent has done, found, and left unresolved, plus what was in flight at the moment of a crash. It is not a conversation log or a session token. The distinction that catches people: session resumption brings back the chat history, but the manifest brings back the work state, the actual progress through the exploration. You need both for a full recovery. Without a state manifest, a crash at hour 5 of a 6-hour exploration means starting over. Every finding, every traversed path, every open question is lost. In production, that is not just wasted compute, it is missed deadlines and broken trust in the system. The manifest lets the coordinator pick up exactly where things stopped, redispatching only what was not finished, so no work is duplicated and no gap is left unfilled. Take the case of a 6-hour exploration that crashes at hour 5. You define a manifest with 4 fields per agent: completed scope, findings location, open questions, and in-flight work. You set agents to export at phase boundaries, say, after each major subsystem is mapped, and continuously for any agent that runs longer than a threshold. The alternative, exporting only on completion, loses everything on crash, which is exactly the scenario we are guarding against. On resume, the coordinator loads the manifest, injects each agent's prior state into its prompt, and redispatches only the scope that was not marked complete. The rest of the drill questions are on the page. The durable rule: state must be exported at phase boundaries at minimum, never only on completion, because completion only means a crash loses everything. The manifest must distinguish done from partial from untouched. Without that granularity, you either rerun finished work or leave gaps. And on resume, inject the prior state into the agent prompt. Do not rely on session resumption alone, because the conversation may be intact while the work state is unrecorded. Rejecting a design that exports only on completion is not about trivia, it is about preventing the exact failure the scenario describes. On the exam, the most common distractor is offering session resumption as the sole recovery mechanism. The question will describe a crash and ask what you need. If you pick only session resumption, you fail because the work state is lost. Another trap is export on completion. It sounds efficient but is exactly the design that loses everything in the crash scenario. This is testcraft. They want to see you know the difference between restoring a conversation and restoring work progress. Degradation is silent, fluency stays, specificity drops. Session resumption restores conversation, not exploration state. State manifests capture exploration state for crash recovery.